Your turn to bat. 5 seconds remaining.
Vikings. I'd like to play that game. Yes. Yeah, I do. Do you play that game? How do you play it?
Prepare for battle.
I am actually, but I don't have the capacity to play both in stream, unfortunately. This is why you don't buy a MacBook. Oh, I should say like a Mac desk. Those are for like music editing, I guess I should say.
The battle begins. Attack!
The red mist closes in.
What do you mean? What do you mean? It's not. Do you know how to connect it? You sound streaming something? Yeah. Надо было ботинки покупать.
Assassination at its finest.
Literally after I die, he will tease.
Assassin.
To who? You can't send money by here, bro. This is not MoneyGram. Silly.
Structures are fortified.
I wish lifestyle would be
Your
easy,
bottom
but
tower is under attack.
somebody gotta work.
Your bottom tower has fallen. Forward. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Your top tower is under attack. Dire structures are fortified.
I don't accept money, man.
Your top tower is under attack. Your top
This is
tower
YouTube.
has fallen. The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
Double kill!
Literally wait for everybody to die and then just go in.
The enemy's top tower is falling.
Russian adoption. Yeah, when I talk about, we can talk instead of you just watching me. Hello.
The enemy's middle tower has fallen. Dire structures are fortified.
What's up?
Your
What's up with me? Good morning. I should say night. It's almost 1 o'clock, but my mind was bothering me, waking me up, and remember this verse in the Bible of steadfast in prayer, where we should be focused on be awake from this world, focused on our minds on Jesus and what He has planned for us, for my family. Um, we went to waterfalls, um, and I mean I'm talking about like 2 hours away, and there was my wife like literally passed away back because she was so tired, and I just realized, would the kids remember even like when we travel to somewhere? Like they will remember the next day. You ask them what you did yesterday, and they will tell you we went to the falls adventure. But like, will they know? Will they know those places? No, of course not. But the fact that they'll have something to remember from what they do, because it really changes like the mood if you're in the sunlight, if you get any vitamins D, your depression, anxiety can. For me, if I was playing video games all night and I wasn't getting I wasn't getting any sunlight. I was getting aggressive towards the people that would troll me, and that that's not good. Like you gotta have rest, of course, and recovery. Also, like I beat up my body pretty bad, like with basketball and like just constant work. It's not a fun thing to do. It's like realize that your body is not 33 like you are. You're almost you're almost 42. You know. You um. Also, I really find out one thing that you can reverse your cavities, and by cavities, I'm not a dentist and not any means, but if you like cut your sugars down, um, drink a lot of electrolytes, your saliva is actually reproduces most healing saliva, like I said, and I didn't know this, but so I started watching my sugars, especially I eat just constantly fruits and stuff, so just to wash it down with like grapes or peaches that are cancerous, uh, really against D27 or D18, I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, and also we got since I work night shift for half of my time, I don't get any sleep, so I get sleep deprived, and I get, of course, some sort of stress because the stress is heat. Also, I work with heat, so it's not fun when you get in constant open up to your body to danger. So I have to be aware almost constantly and my surroundings, because people can make mistakes, and most mistakes coming from those people who are there. Um, I don't know why I did that, but I guess I will. Oh, tiny, tiny, tiny. Yes. So I just wanted to share a couple testimonies before I go to bed back. One of them was actually not long ago. I remember just sitting in the train, and I don't really have good um, memories of train because once I was going in Ukraine, I got kicked out because I overstayed 3 days as an American because I wasn't. I had to give my rights as a Ukrainian citizen. So in their database, I'm American, and by staying over 90 days as whoever you are, illegal immigrant, as I should say in my own country, I got deported. I got escorted from, and I just remember, wow, like I was literally by myself. Um, I told them I have a kid, like I have a 2 months old kid. Can I go back to my country? And all they said is, hey, you should have followed the rules, you should obey the law. But you can't just say, hey, I didn't know this, or because somebody warned me, and I just wanted to say this, like, just to realize people will go um, for you in those difficult times. Like somebody had to send me a car for 2.5 hours to drive to pick me up before I had almost a hypothermia. And my mother-in-law showed up, and she had to bring my Ukrainian passport, so I had to get in as Ukrainian. But in their database, I'm already American, so like it's very it's very difficult to be praying for those who are either pushing the laws on you because their laws doesn't they don't go after them. They're following orders. So those orders are very side sided. And I realized if you're not following the orders, you will get escorted to almost a deportation. Yes, you will be fixed if it's not like if you're not American, or I mean, you should say, but you're American. But it it comes to the point where you either defend yourself because you have to, or you stay home and you don't do nothing because stash. What stash? I don't know what you're talking about, man. At least I can grow one. I haven't able to grow one for a long time. I only had a soul patch right here. That was ugly, bro. That looked like I was D'Artagnan from the Three Musketeers. Except there's no musketeers in me, so I kind of wish I did some. I don't even know what's it called, bro. You literally cannot grow hair on yourself, and you don't talk back to me. That's funny, man. Yeah. So as I said, I just want to give my little testimony. So I was conceived, and when I was one, I was lifting a hot pan of boiling water while somebody called the door, and I just literally dumped on myself. I burned. I melted basically. I had skin burn. I don't know what degree, probably like second. I wouldn't say third because I don't have any scars, but and my the lady that was operating usually with syringes and giving shots, she looked at my butt and it was so little, and she's like, "I can't do this." So my mom, I guess, did it. I don't know if the story is true or not, but also I want to talk about how in many countries, especially in three different countries, there was many cases of people who were trying to get me to drink at young age. I mean, I had my first champagne when I was 6 years old. Um, Beer at 6.5 too. It's like the constant push for it to be somebody who you're not uh, is constant. Like even with iPhones, I saw like a 3-year-old kid, not 3-year-old, but 5-year-old kid walking with an iPhone, and he had like three cameras in there. And I said, wow, like there's so much more in life than just having a phone and constantly looking at the screen and having approval of somebody. Um, I noticed even on this channel when I try to upload a video or whatever, I always look at the data, and it's like, bro, you are you're dependent on the people who are watching you, right? But you know you're doing good. Like just keep constant. So what I try to do is instead of looking at the data, I look for things to not learn, but just to to add to the video. If it's a pop-up letters, um, what color they should be. I notice like plain colors in red. I'm not okay, but just to know that trying to make my videos better constantly by watching other people who are creators, and I watched like a lot of video editors, and it kind of makes my brain hurts. Like they do so much editing that sometimes way too much. Um, Especially with the cars flipping around, like if it's a wheel and then goes inside, that's just like I don't know what people like about that. Maybe because they don't have a car or it's a fancy car, but it's it's a constant to compare yourself to other, and you shouldn't be, because actually comparing yourself to somebody will lower your. So yeah, um, don't compare yourself to anybody because you're unique. Um, God created you in unique ways to shine through in the dark places because um, we're all searching for something. But at this point, we go we come in this world naked, and we basically gonna get out of here naked. And the things that we do actually matter in a certain way that God either well God wants to get the glory. He loves you and he wants you to do he wants you to do what you're created for, not what the people in this world are trying to tell you. And it's just very sad how in my world I at a young age I was sent to um, camps, summer camps, and in those camps um, we play games, We met with different. We were at the beach. What else we did? We played scavenger games, like of course, like everybody else at the camps, and we did bonfires. But in those days, um, I remember a young lady. Um, she, I guess, she was stealing food from kids, and but the thing was that she was from times of war, and those times of war, the mentality of people are almost like a surviving. Um, bring home, bring food, canned food, like just stuff food. Um, because those times, um, what you what you probably don't know is that your brain functions as survival mode. So if it's easier for him, he won't do it. He will try to go procrastinated time to the time you. It's mostly like 80% of people who are just living day by day and say whatever. But that whatever is chosen to be whatever. And like in my case, like if I think about art and I want to do art and I think about like what I'm gonna do and then it comes to the moment when I have free time and I don't do it because I I have other things to do. So I just wanted to push you to do better for yourself because if you have something to plan for in that day and you wait for the last minute to do it, you won't do it. So I find out either I write it down so I don't forget it to do it, or I will start doing it by breaking it down into what what are things I need to do to accomplish that. And like in my case, if I'm at work and I write a poem, I basically break down into how it's gonna sound, always if it's gonna be like if it's gonna be a sad or like not a sad song or whatever. So then you started by breaking down into um, how long is it gonna be? Like if it's gonna be like a couple sentences added together and make a rhyme, then it's basically like it's done. You just all you gotta do is function into what you have to be doing to do it. And in my case, if it's if I wait till last minute, I don't do it. I don't do it, or if I think about it, I won't do it. So you gotta start having your priorities straight. And in my case, like getting up early enough to pray, to read my Bible. Um, like my Bible has been sitting there because I have been using my phone, but in those moments I realized that I'm getting disconnected because sometimes I get a message and it's just like, hey, you're off the hook. Like you're not even connected to what you should be doing. And by like just flipping your phone, it irritates me. I see um if it's like if it's in my family and I sit there and my wife expects me to like be present in the moment. But if I say I have to work and then like it's she starts doing it and then my kids start either trying to get us attention and I realize wait, I gotta be there. I gotta be in the moment. And sometimes like if I set up my camera and stuff and it's like, hey, you're not here with us. but I want to do like record those moments, not for you guys to see it, even though you can, but just for I can go back and appreciate those moments. Because like in my case, if I have a short-term memory, I don't even remember next year what we did, because we do a lot of things. And just yes, those 5 minutes to set up those cameras or whatever, like just wait, just be patient. Like if you have to set up your camera into a different spot, you should, because like if I'm at work and I'm a caregiver or home provider or whatever, and I have this, oh, I need to go, I need to drive, and we're driving and we're like on the road for an hour or two, and then you just like you're done. You did your things, and then you're like, oh, I want to sit down and have my bologna or salami or whatever. But if you're vegan, you can have your pastrami. I don't know why, but I really like pastrami. My wife probably doesn't know this, but I really do. Pastrami, it's like if you ever tried Black Forest ham, but Black Forest ham can get slimy and kind of wet, and they will like go sour. So in this case, it will never go because pastrami is like dehydrated almost at this point. So um, I'd like to talk to you guys if you're because I have been doing many different subjects on this channel, more like either photography or basketball or my kids, but I want to start leaning towards bring people to Jesus, and this has been actually a created side to worship Lord and play the drums, but I didn't know you get copyrighted for playing somebody else's music, so and like playing drums in a single. Yes, I don't know if it's can be done unless you're like playing xylophone or something, but yeah, I really regret playing drums in a bad way, and by that means I self-taught. I didn't go to school to do it, and you realize that when you learn something not the right way, then it's gonna take you time, and you have to learn the right way, or you just screw and you're using 30% of your ability to play those instruments. Like I was at the worship a year ago, I think. Prior to that, I was playing the drums constantly, and my son, who is almost 3, he was getting upset because I didn't invite him to sit down and play with me. But once you sit down and you start playing the drums, you start smashing every single cymbal because you can see it and you just want to hit it, and you just think it sounds great. But sometimes in those moments you should be given a pause, and you don't need to fill up every single quiet song, or I should say like a note that is it has to be filled, because my passed away friend said he he never spoke bad about people, which is a great thing about him. He always tried to bring up something good in somebody who is in not very good, and I really took that for granted. Not to use it in my life, because you are constantly peer pressured to talk about somebody else in a mean way, no matter what. Um, we're all humans. We all make mistakes, and we we probably should be trying to fix those mistakes. And by um, that means you have to be willing to say that you're wrong, or because my mouse is literally dying. Sniper's tower. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think my charger from my adapter for my camera was taking all the electricity away from my mouse. It is very important to be grateful for what you have and appreciate what you accomplished. You gotta look back to what God did with you or for you too, because we always forget many things that He has brought us through, especially the desert place, and it's so yeah. My testimonial for today is bless you, bless your day. Keep up the good work. We're all here for to learn on our mistakes, especially those that are little, because big mistakes are costing us either freedom or our lives. Many times you don't realize how close you are to death till you face it, and either you're getting deployed. I don't even know what's the word, but it's like either you're following the rules or you're disobeying them. You can just say you're not in the middle, but they're really trying to divide us. They're trying to put fear in our minds and peer pressure. I'm not even gonna say what, but you guys know a couple years ago when it was not okay to get out of home, and even when I was in Ukraine, they had this app where they can control. They know where you are, your constant GPS, and you had to be insulated for for a week, and some people even paid to get away from it. But this bro is trying real hard. This bro is getting tower dive, but he's still trying. Well, oh, how do you get heals every time, man? So yeah, don't follow everybody, especially Taylor Swift. I don't know why she's so trying to push the demonic version of herself, but it's crazy. It's crazy how they're trying to put the woke in kiddos, and it's scary. It's scary to know that they're trying to go literally for you kiddos. Bro, it hurts. It's almost two o'clock in the morning. Just wanted to share a little testimony. There will be more people I can start. I was born in Ukraine, Odessa. Never seen my father. In a ways, it's funny how my mother reminds me that I kind of act like him. And it's funny. Oh no. So yeah, we had a hot pursuit, fast hot pursuit around our town last night. The kid was probably going like 90 miles an hour. And I mean, I was just thinking, how in the world are you thinking that you're gonna get away with it? Because I mean, you can't really outrun a helicopter. So if you're trying to go 90 miles an hour and thinking that you can outrun the cops, you're wrong. Because that guy didn't. Unless you're on a motorcycle and you had some Grand Theft Auto motorcycle or whatever, you're not getting away with it. Especially in the cities, like small villages, they can send like 10 patrols right in the 5-minute pace. It is well, it is well with my soul. My wife is trying to push her album, so if you know any producers that is willing to cooperate, I'd like to send her somewhere. Oh, look at that, these guys. I guess. Just want to give a little testimony before you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. One more day and we will celebrate. One more night. We're gonna work it out and we're gonna make some money, right? Oh boy. So tired of working to make money. I wish I can work less and make less money. But the requirements are you work in 4 nights, 3 days, 4 nights, 3 days, constant work, work, work. Oh boy. Let's go. What are you doing? Bro, I thought I was gonna go against him. No, no, bro. I just can't wait for this 12 hours to be done. I just want to be done with this constant negativity and hateful speeches and just. Really, really sucks when somebody swears at you and they have no clue why they're doing it. They just do it because they feel that emotion and they can't express otherwise. You gotta be really cold-minded um, for those people, and just to realize that it's not them just speaking. It's so yeah. It breaks kind of my heart, especially if it's no, if it goes like for me, I don't really care. But if somebody is like purely bullying somebody because of their mental capacity or just they're new and you shouldn't be doing that. we have constant hate. Not constant hate, but like our workplace, bullying is not okay. Everybody knows that. But if you go from school to and you're a bully, and you go back to work, and you have such a high paid job that you kind of think that you're untouchable, and then next thing you know, you have a meeting with all the bosses talking about your behavior, your that it's something that should be considered. Ricky is so useless, literally running around doing absolutely jack nothing. Uh, it was an incident at work last year where somebody kicked me, and we got really close friends too afterwards. Like he helped me around when I was sick, and I can appreciate that because not everybody will do that at a job. Not everybody's willing to take their weight and go an extra mile or two and lift those heavy things, especially those that I was doing. Um, yeah, this guy is getting reported 5-1. I'm so great. 5-1. What else? My mother-in-law is coming soon. That's excited. I can't wait for her to see grandchildren. She hasn't been seeing her grandchildren since the start of the war, and yeah, it breaks my heart how grandparents don't want to be around their grandchildren because they think that their heart is gonna stop if they're gonna travel a little bit, especially if somebody getting offered to pay um, for that trip. It's like we're comfortable where we are, and we just wanna, but it's their choice. I met them, and it was kind of cool, cool time, very cool time. Just hang out with the family, celebrated anniversaries. Because my mother-in-law's mother, no, my mother-in-law, her mother-in-law, which is my wife's grandma, she's gonna be having uh, an anniversary next year. So if God willing, if I hope that the war will end, God willing, we'll um, be able to go and to see where my son was born, maybe even for a week. But it's so hard to travel with little ones because uh, just the constant crying. You love him, I love him to death, but like the cry, um, especially with my daughter, my second daughter, my first daughter. I'm sorry, my first daughter, who is the oldest. She's got the nonstop cry. She's got the constant like. It's like she has pain in her heart, but she's over exaggerating, of course. But then you realize the over exaggeration is it's real for the kids. It's real. Like they experience in a different way. They experience in a true meaning, colorful ways, and so when they express their feelings and when they express how they feel, you shouldn't be neglecting that. You shouldn't be like neglecting how they think because um, their minds are little sponges. They're little gupkas, and it just amazes me how the kids' brain develop in a way that we don't understand. Like science understands it, but they cannot explain some things. Like we all know that um, children from like 0 to 6 are mostly just constant growth of their surroundings, their parents. Their parents have big role in their development. If I'm screaming at my kids and he's scared and sitting in the corner, and then I'm not doing my job right. Um, you need to come up from a different way and talking to them in a different way because they see the tone of your conversations, and those conversations can escalate very fast because they just lost it. They listen, they say yes, and then they go do a different thing, or maybe even constant listening, doing the same over and over again. But um, they wanna build the boundaries. They wanna see how far they can go. And with my son, he's constant punching and pushing, and you gotta defend yourself. You gotta defend yourself because um, he's gonna throw something at you. And I'm very grateful that he's kind of person like that. That he in public he won't do that. He's lovable and he's caring, and um, even I saw the other day when he found some glasses and he shared those glasses with my daughter, his sister, and he said, "Hey, I found glasses for you." Like he could have said, "Oh wow, I found some glasses," but no, he said, "Hey, I found some glasses for you." And oh my goodness, like it was so sweet and tender how he takes care of other people prior to himself. Like he will feed his sister and he will nurture her and give her kisses, and I'm so grateful that in a constant of the routines and business he finds to be the person that is there, because if he would have been the only child, he would have got all the toys that we got to get him. Like even my grandma, my mother, his grandma. Um, I mean, we didn't need to buy any clothing for a year and a half because thanks to her, we were able to not to buy those clothes, and now we realize, hey, I kind of want to be a part in buying those clothes because it's something special. And so we went the other week and I spent like $300 on clothes, or $333 on clothes. but that was just a couple of dresses for my daughters and paintbrushes for them, and then you realize, man, if I'm making all this money, but I'm not taking care of the things that we should be doing, then there's something wrong with me. Um, and at home, there's a few things that need to be done. Probably for the safety ones. I gotta fix the second outside door that it doesn't lock. Also, I have to insulate the porch. Um, I want to do a greenhouse in the back, but I feel like I should be doing the porch insulation first, just because the heat goes out. But then again, these walls are so thin that, like, here I have my basement and the constant water flow from the sand dunes of the Swanton are coming in, so I have to constantly check my basement for water. And it's 2:02 in the morning, but I just want to get this out of my soul and just testify that Jesus loves you and you should be focused on things that actually matter. The afterlife is real, and even realizing that the what how you react to those people who being mean to you, and they see it, and it kind of, if you don't react to it, it kind of messes them up because they don't get the yell back or the negativity back. um, and it kind of amazes me, shows, um, even they see it and they act different. They act different. How, um, I mean, I don't take for granted to speak back, um, especially in the moments where you get bullied. But then again, you realize that there's a verse in the Bible says if they don't like you, then they didn't like me before, and if they hate you, then they hate me. And I just pray for those countries that the Christianity has been persecuted, because they have a freedom of torturing people and raping people, and it's not good. Especially, it's not okay. It's unhuman. If we're talking about people who get um, tortured because they're women or their children, like, people are being sold to slavery till this day, and body parts, like, there's no, it's not okay. Like, who who give you the right of way to control people? And it blows my mind how the history doesn't change, especially like we live in the world of 2025, but there's been like, let's say the witch program, and you're hunting a witch because I don't know, they just call her a witch and they just start putting fire to her, and they killed her. How many women they sacrifice on the public stages because they were called witch. But we're really fast to judge other people and send them to a crematory, but we don't look ourselves and what we did. Like, I gotta pause this because this is going way too crazy, but there's no people anyway. I'll see you next time.